Hey guys, Simmer Charlie here and welcome to a quick mod review for My First Farm Animal by KawaiiStacie and Functional Chicken Coop by Icemunmun. What I will be doing is going over a few key features of these posts and then I'll be jumping into game to show those features off to you in real time so that you guys can see exactly what they are all about. So I will be starting off by going over My First Farm Animal, then I'll be jumping over to another tab to show you off some key features of Functional Chicken Coop, then I'll jump into game. So basically, My First Farm Animal pack is My First Farm Animal mod is out here now, just until we hopefully get our farming pack. There's not high detail in this pack, but you never know if she will possibly add any features in the future. If for any reason we don't get a farming pack anytime soon, I know there is quite a high demand, but I don't know how high that demand is over other features for the Sims 4. So this will have to do for now, and honestly, I'm really happy with this. This is a great mod. It brings so much more gameplay, in my opinion. I mean, I know it's only two little new features in a way, but it's really cool. You get three new traits, 2 for dogs and 1 for Sims. And there is a new skill, which is the farming skill, which is actually a hidden skill, so you can't actually see what skill level you are at. And that also determines how much you can actually do with some of the new features that come with this mod. But we'll go over that more in detail in a moment. So when you click on your sim, there's a new pie menu, and you'll get 2 new options, which is harvest animal for meat and sell animal to farmer. So selling animal to farmer, they put up for adoption and off they go to their new home and you get some money. And also when there is harvest animal for meat, I will put this out there, and it does say right in front of you right here, they do not die, do not panic. They are put up for adoption, basically, and then you'll have some delicious food made by the animal in your family inventory for you to snack on whenever you choose. So I do believe it is like meat, so obviously you will get like, there's like obviously scrambled eggs and bacon, that kind of thing. Get several different, I think up to 3 or so, different plates of various amounts in each as well. So you can just add them straight to your fridge and then snack on them whenever you want. And the animal is perfectly fine, just put up for adoption. And who knows, you may even be able to adopt them straight away back from the computer, but I don't know how that always works. So yeah, that's a quick rundown for that. And then, how do you become a farmer in the first place? That's a very good question. So basically, as I mentioned, there is a new farmer trait, or a new trait for Sims, which is called the farmer trait. And what you need to do is add that to your sim, because without that trait added to your sim, you won't be able to use any of the new interactions for this mod. And you also have to make sure that you add the correct trait to whatever pet you want. So we have the produces dairy and produces wool trait. Obviously, in hindsight, you should really add that dairy one to a cow and produces wool to a sheep, because obviously that's real life. But if you really want to have a Chihuahua that produces dairy and a German Shepherd who produces wool, then go on ahead. That's completely up to you. I haven't really checked it out. I'm not sure if this is available for cats or just dogs. But I can always check that out at another point, because I've already recorded the other video, so unfortunately I can't try that out right now because it just says your animals. But I'm pretty sure these traits are only available for dogs. But basically, how do you build your farming skill? Well, you just harvest, you sell their produce, you sell the animals, and then eventually you can harvest them for meat. You could basically harvest their produce for other things, like cows, you can harvest them for meals. Sheep, you can harvest them for household items, that kind of thing. So there's a variety of different things that you can do. And also there is cooldown times as well for wool and dairy, so you can't always basically harvest them 24/7 all the time. Wool is 2 to 3 days. Dairy is 8 hours to 24 hours that you have to wait, which I found out recently in my Let's Play when I was like, why the hell can't I harvest the wool anymore? And it's because it takes 2 to 3 days before you can actually do so again. You can also become famous from being a farmer as well by selling to the marketplace, which is the dairy or the wool, and also selling the animals to farmers as well. So you can gain a little bit of fame. You don't get much fame, but just a little bit, and eventually, obviously, I don't know whether or not the higher farming skill you get, the higher the level of fame you get. Haven't tested that right now, but you do get quite a bit sometimes. So it's quite nice because you can always become a very famous farmer, and also obviously famous because obviously farmers always garden as well, so obviously that would be quite cool to be known as a famous farmer, which is kind of what I'm hoping for Rina Kumara in my Let's Play. Also, there is a cooldown time for any produce if they reject you as well, so you still have to wait quite a while to do so. And where can you get the farm animals? As I mentioned before, off the gallery, very simple. There is obviously other people out on Tumblr and everything that makes them with CC sometimes, but honestly, the easiest way is to find them off the gallery. And I will go over the chickens in a second. But here are the download links down here. I have Patreon, so I always use this one. But obviously there's two different separate files here. Just make sure to only click on what you need. Once you have downloaded the file, all you need to do is unzip it and then place the files that you get into your mods folder. And then that will be in your game. Okay, so on to Icemunmun's functional chicken coop. I will not be going over this page in extreme detail because, as you can see up here, it is a very long page. So basically, the main things that you need to know, and this will obviously, this page and KawaiiStacie's will all be linked down below so that you'll be able to go and actually explore this more in detail yourself. So the basic ideas is you buy the chicken coop and also the chicken feed. You then have to set up the chicken coop, buy the chicken, and then feed the chicken, and then that way you can there's all different interactions that you can have. There's several talking interactions, cuddling the chickens, hugging the chicks. You check for eggs, you collect eggs, you can even look for Easter eggs and all that sort of stuff. Obviously some of this stuff you do have to wait, and once you get the eggs, there is a possible chance of getting some really highly priced eggs, which is really cool, which are just here. So you have like bad quality, good quality, higher, excellent quality, and also the amazing golden egg, which obviously, who knows. You can also eat them as well, and you get different buffs as well for when you eat them, which is shown just here. And so we'll be going in like huge detail because I don't want to ruin everything for this mod. I only briefly go over the basics for it. But if you want to check this out in more detail, then just head over here. And there are several different things that you need to look at here, and you need to make sure that you download the right one. So if you have Get to Work, you'll need to download this one, or if you just have the base game, you only need this one. You can't have both of these in your game. I have the Get to Work one because that's the one I do have. And then you can also download the edible Easter eggs, which I highly recommend because it's really nice that they harvest the Easter eggs and then you can actually eat them as well. And optional orange juice overrides for the disease treatment, because you can actually get diseases as well from this. So if you do want to have this as well, orange juice override, and then that way you can drink the orange juice to get rid of the disease that you may contract from the chickens. But again, I'll let you guys go over these, and all you have to do is download these as well, and then pop the files once unzipped into your mod folder. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the game so that we can go over the key features, and I can show off all the little cute little interactions with the chicken coop and also with the farm animals, so you can see what these are all about. Hey guys, quick thing before we jump into the game. My first farm animals pack has actually been updated since I made this video. She has fixed an issue which wasn't allowing selling pets to time out, and also add an additional package which will allow your farm animals not to have the bladder or hygiene need. I recommend adding this in, but as it does say, it is an optional package, so you do not have to have this in your game if you do not want it. All you need to do is delete the package before adding it into your game. But I recommend it because in my Let's Play I was having to continuously bath the animals because all they do is roll in stuff and make themselves really dirty, and also having them come inside the house to then moan because they needed to go outside to pee was really getting on my nerves. So I will be having this package in my game, and I thought I'd add this in so you guys were aware of the updated version. Thank you, and enjoy what happens next when we jump into game. Okay, so yeah, welcome back guys. So I'm now in my game, and as you can see I've got Layla Crossgrey here along with her cow, her pig and her sheep. And I'm going to add the farmer trait, which says, these Sims love to live off their farm. They are good at gardening and tending to animals. You click on that, and bada bing, bada boom, she's a farmer. She has the trait, so she'll be able to use all the actions that are required. And then we've got these just here. Now, these animals that I have just found on the gallery, this is my own sim, but these are the galleries that I found. These are the animals that I found on the gallery. It's very easy. Type in farm animals, or type in cows, type in pigs, and sheep. Loads will come up. I always kind of go filter by like most popular, and then that way you be able to find them easily there. So then all you need to do is get rid of one of the traits, go into the new icon just here, and you either choose whichever one obviously represents your pet perfectly. Because obviously Bertha is a cow, I'm going to use Producer's Dairy. And I'm not going to give anything to Wilbur, the piggy here, because obviously pigs don't produce milk or wool in real life, but if you really want to, of course you can do so. And then also just here, I'm going to get rid of one of the traits and then add Producer's wool here to the sheepy so that I can get some wool from the sheep. And then all I'm going to do is just jump into game and show off some of the new interactions. So bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, so welcome back again, guys. So I've just basically plopped down, big treat. I've just basically popped down one of my builds on this empty box so that we can just use it real quick. So basically, yeah, we've just moved in and we've got our cow, our sheep, and our piggy, and I've also added in chicken coop. So what we'll do is, just while it's trying to get a bit brighter, is I will just show you very quickly where you can find this chicken coop and the chicken feed in your game, so that when you download it, you'll be able to find it very easily. And the very easiest way, honestly, is to type in chicken, and there you go. You can find the chicken feed and then the chicken coop. So if we go on here, you'll find it in the kitchen section, in news, and it's right here. And then the chicken coop is in outdoor activities, and it's here. So basically, all you need to do is you'll need to pop down the chicken coop, but you also need to have chicken feed as well. So then basically, all you need to do is click on it. For the first time, you'll need to set up the chicken coop. It will cost you 15 simoleons. And then you'll need the chicken feed in your inventory. So yeah, you can always pop it up there, but you need it in your inventory to be able to use it. So yep, that's all set up now. So all you need to do is also then buy a chicken for 150 simoleons. So it's very expensive, but worth it in the end. And then you'll need to feed the chicken. Now it does take some time for the eggs to okay. I mean, we can already check for eggs. So what we'll do is we'll look for Easter eggs first. So I do believe this actually counts towards finding eggs in Easter, which is really cool. And the eggs that you find, you can actually eat as well. I think she's just found one because she's got something in her hand. Yeah, so you found some Easter eggs. They have been stored in his inventory. So ta-la! We've got a cream fruit Easter egg and a blueberry cream Easter egg. And what you could do is you could sell them. They're free to eat, or you can eat them. And we're going to eat them right now. There you go, so then that brings up the hunger really nicely as well. And so you get a little moodlet here, which is from eating the Harvestable, which obviously is the egg. And also eating Easter eggs, from looking for Easter eggs. The chickens keep saying that there are no Easter eggs in their coop, but we know better. And then also got another one with new poultry, bring home some new poultry and bring the benefits. So now if we click on the chicken coop, you can hug a chicken, observe, play with the chicks, tell a story to the chicken coop, use foul language, converse with chickens, view, put an inventory and name them as well. And what we'll do is we'll hug a chicken so you guys can kind of see the animations, because this has its own animations, so it's really cool. And you get all different kind of moodlets as well. So you've got another moodlet here, hen hugger, hug your hens daily for a happy life. I do think there is a possibility of getting ill as well from this, and obviously you can play with the chicks as well. Obviously it is mainly just an object that you interact with, but it's still really nice to have the option to have chickens, because now obviously we have KawaiiStacie, which I'll be showing off a bit more in a second. I just thought I'd show this off while I let them sort of get used to being in the house, hopefully producing the wool and the milk as well, so that we can sort that out in a second. But it's just really nice to be able to actually be able to run a farm. So what we'll do is we'll check for eggs. I mean, I'm not sure 100% if there is actually going to be any, because obviously we only just fed them, but you never know. So we'll just give it a few minutes and just see if there are actually any eggs that we can harvest, and then I can show you. Nope, so the eggs are not ready to be collected. So we'll leave that for a bit, and hopefully before the end of this video they'll actually be able to harvest. If not, we'll just have to wait for that. So if we go inside, and what we'll do is we'll click on Bertha, just here. And so as you see, you get a new option just here. So if we click on that, you see there's so many different options here. You can harvest for cake, for eggs benedict, for eggs toast, for ice cream, for milk, for omelette, for you jog it. And as you see, some of these are blurred out, and if you hover over them, you need more farming experience. So that's all obviously a whole part of the whole idea that the farming skill is hidden, and you have to get more skills and able to do some more different things, which I think is awesome. But what we're going to do is we're just going to sell dairy to the market, and as obviously mentioned in the post, you can actually get a bit of celebrity status from doing this kind of thing. I'm not sure if it's from, sorry, if you do sell to the market, you can. So there we go. So we just became friends with her, and now we're on the road to fame because we got some money, and then also got a teeny bit of fame. I mean, it doesn't really show, but still, it's quite nice that way you can become famous from being a farmer, which is really cool. And then if we go over to Sheepy over here, and then go to the same time menu as well, there's only two options for this one, which is Harvestables for household item, which I do believe you can actually get something like a bed or something in your family inventory, which is quite cool if you don't have much money. But what we'll just do is sell the wool to the market, so then you guys can see that interaction as well. Basically, it's like petting the dogs, and then after the attraction's over, then the wool or dairy is sold off. So she's going to give him a little pet. And then we will get some simoleons eventually. Trying to stay online. Oh, there we go. And also probably a little bit of fame as well. There we go. So one little bit of fame. And we got some, I didn't notice that we also had this one from the chicken coop. So from observing the chicken coop, observing the chickens is pleasantly mundane and very relaxing. And then you got the new poultry, hug hen, Easter eggs, and yeah, so there's no new interactions from harvesting or anything from the animals, but it's still really nice. I mean, it's an easy way to make money, and as soon as you got your farming skill up higher, you'll be able to sell the wool, the dairy for a lot more money as well. But the last sort of thing I'm going to show you with this part of the mod is go into here, and now the issue is you need more farming experience to be able to harvest animals for meat. But you can still sell the animals to farmers straight off the bat, and then if you click on a pie menu will pop up just here, and then you'll be able to choose which animals you want to sell to the farmer. So I will leave that for now because I kind of want to show off a bit more of obviously everything. So I'm just going to play around for a few minutes and just see what happens. But I did just see it said collect eggs, so I'm just going to see if there is any eggs here, and if so, I might just have a quick nose to see what happens. If there is actually any eggs to harvest. It'd be quite cool if there is, because then I can show that bit off as well. I mean, the whole idea of selling your pet and harvesting for meat is the same kind of concept, apart from the fact that obviously harvesting for meat means that you get food, and you get like servings of bacon and all kinds of different stuff in the actual inventory. Oh, we actually can now harvest the eggs. So if we go to collect eggs, I think once the eggs are collected, you can then feed them again, and then that way you give it a little time, and then you better harvest the eggs again. The same kind of interaction as when you harvest the Easter eggs as well. Takes a bit of time sometimes. I don't know if that's just my game being annoying. Oh, there we go. Carton of eggs can now be found in this inventory. I've noticed you can't actually open them in there. And now obviously, oh, you don't need to feed them again now, so you just wait for them to just sort of have a little cool down. And it says bountiful eggs, collected 3 dozen eggs from the chicken coop. Now, what I tend to do is pop them up on the counter, and then you can click on them and then open the egg carton. Really happy with herself. And then you give it a little time, and there you go, various eggs can be found in the inventory. So we have got bad quality eggs and high quality eggs. So we've got 12 at 5 simoleons and 23 at 12 simoleons. So if we sell all of those, we'll get some nice income just from a dozen eggs. There is a possible chance of getting a gold egg as well, which is worth a lot of money. but obviously that's quite a low chance of finding that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all it is to do with chicken coop. Obviously there's loads of interactions that you can do on your own. If you need to feed them, you need to make sure that you have the chicken feed in your inventory. If not, you have to go buy it from build mode. Obviously with the first animal mod, it's really simple. Make sure you add the traits to your sim and the two traits for the dogs that you want to add to whichever one you do. So obviously like the producing dairy and the producing wool. And once you've got your high enough skill, you'll be able to do other things such as harvesting the dairy for food, and also obviously selling the pet for meat, which again is horrible, but it is only adopting them out, and then you just get food in your inventory, like several servings of all different kind of things. It's quite cool, and obviously you can always harvest the wool for a household item, which I know in the past I've seen someone be able to get like a full bed. So that's quite handy, because then you can always sell that or use it in your house. So yeah, honestly, I love these mods. Well, I love this mod just here, and I actually love this mod as well. And obviously, I am using both of these in my farm life with the Kumara. So if you want to see them more up front and close and personal, then come and join me on my on that Let's Play over there. Just had some piglets born, so unfortunately soon we'll be selling them for meat, and then we'll be able to see the interaction more up close then. But that's all for this video. If you want to see any more mod reviews, let me know, and I may even possibly do the mods, like my must-have mods that I have in my game at all times. So I might share that with you guys. But thanks so much for watching. The links will be in the description below for the chicken coop and also for my first animal mod. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.